Hey guys, welcome back. Before the episode starts, I just want to talk about some things that happened the last couple days. I was really sick the last couple days, so I wasn't able to get an episode out. I'll put the post on screen. I post on my YouTube channel. I don't really know how it works, but yeah. Um Basically, I just want to say I'm sorry for not putting out an episode. The goal for the series is put out an episode every 2 days, which I obviously wasn't able to do. I didn't know the time that I was like at the time that I was going to get sick, but I did. So I apologize, and hopefully you enjoy the content and enjoy the episode. Thank you guys so much. Alrighty, so welcome back to ATM10 to the sky. So, what's on the agenda today? We're going to be setting up some sort of ore automation, early game ore automation, and for that, I think we're going to be going into GeOres. With GeOres, I think we make a foundry, and then with the foundry, we basically cast certain blocks into this budding amethyst. And then with that, we can grow ores from these budding GeOres. So normally, I've done this type of skyblock automation, which is upgrading these sieves. And you make a like an automatic hammer, automatic sieve, and then these are like the general upgrades for this, right? But I wanted to do something new, so we're gonna go into GeOres. So we'll see how that goes. I forgot to mention as well, at the end of the last episode, I killed those 2 or 3 phantoms that were on me. I didn't get any membranes, which kind of sucks, but it gave me 5 zombie spawn eggs for some reason, and then from the quest line, I got an ender pearl, 4 bones, 4 gunpowder, so that's nice. With that ender pearl, later on, we are going to use that for these gateways, which just takes 8 of any flower, and you place it down, and then you have to kill some mobs, which I don't know if I'll be able to do. I'm pretty geared out, as you can see. But with that, we will be using the mobs for an automatic hostile mob farm, which we'll use the chickens for, and cows we'll use for slime. Other mobs, we'll see. All right, so I'm going to start working on the GeOre processing, and I will be back. I forgot to mention, someone in my comment section said that you can just hit Shift K to compress all the blocks, which is an absolute game changer. So thank you to that person. I will put their comments on the screen. So thank you again. But yeah, Shift K, you can compress all the blocks nice and easy. Hopefully you get some phantom membranes. I'm not sleeping yet because I have a little idea for early game flight. If you're wondering why I'm putting a slab over this barrel, it's because the rain keeps on going into it, which is making it impossible to make clay. And again, we'll be able to automate this later. We can actually auto pump water into these with fluid pipes using a sink, which is an infinite water source. So yeah, all of this will be automated later on. You got to appreciate the manual playing of the pack, though. Let's actually accept all our quests. Oh, I've never seen this many before. Oh, there's a lot of random stuff that we can accept. Is there anything that we like specifically want? Don't want that. Ooh, there's productive trees, which means there's probably productive bees. We shall see later, though. Maybe this. Give us a good chest. Oh, I mean, it's something. How do I look? Okay. I made 36. I don't know if that's too much or too little. But we're going to see. Alright. So we'll just wait for these to smelt. So, now we got our black fire bricks. We can accept the quest line to get some more fire bricks. You know, we might just have to get rid of this. I'm going to put it over here. Goodbye, picnic area. You will be missed. So I'm pretty sure this is just like Tinker's. So we will do... Yeah, let's do a 4x4. I don't know how much we'll have to smelt in here. So we got to make the foundry controller. It's just a blast furnace with some smooth stone. Also have to make a tank and a drain. There's the drain. So we'll probably put a drain here. We honestly might want 2 drains, and we got to make a tap as well. Yeah, let's make 2 drains. But first, let's make the tap so this quest line's done. Okay. Now, I wonder if we can duplicate ores in this. Well, actually, let's read. Didn't say anything there. Drains are what we'll use to extract our materials. This will unfortunately be too hot for our hands or buckets. Oh, we need liquid heating coils to make up the floor of the foundry. Alright, scratch that. We're going to need a lot of copper. We're going to 3x3. We are going to 3x3. Well, now this is awkward. There we are. So now we have the liquid heating coil. So I don't know how this works, so I'm curious if I just place that like here, does that make up for the whole floor, or am I gonna have to place multiple? This picture is not really helping me. We have to place multiple. So we need a lot more of those. That's expensive. So now with the controller, we can place that there. Missing a structure block pretty much everywhere. So now we've made the casting basin as well. We got another drain, and then we put the tap there. I just put another tap in there. Let's make that tank that we were talking about last episode too. And we'll just, we'll just plop that right there. So that'll start passively filling up as well. Can't hurt. Oh, this gives us 4 heating coils. I'll take the buckets as well. Take this and this. Very nice. Yeah, this is why I'm going to start looking through the quest book. So what I'm going to do for now is, how many more heating coils do we need? No. We need 1 more for now. Keyword for now. So let me go grab that. We're going to be silly. We're going to grab the reward from... Not this quest. What quest is it? We're going to grab the copper from this quest so we can make 1 more coil. And then we'll have the full 3x3. Right? Did I click that? Yes. Okay. Oh my god, I put blood in there. Wait. Okay, we can just break it. Cool. But wait, where did our iron go? Okay. So let's put, I believe it's 8 raw iron. We will put our thing of sand in here. It smells really funny. You know what? We might as well just build up this top. Only cover the parts that matter. Oh, we have perfect amounts. Cool. So now we can put a lot of blocks in here, I'm assuming. Yeah, we could scroll. Oh, there's upgrades. Very cool. So we have that much. Okay, nice. So it has to cool down. Then once it cools, we should be able to make... If we put 1 more in, can we make another? Cool. So it just cooled. Collect that. And now we have our first step of automation. Very nice. And I'm making 1 more just so that everything empties out. But let's see how this works. If we... let's grab both. Okay. So, GeOres. We can grab 2 more as well. Alright, so now with 4 budding amethyst, let's see how these work. Keep in mind the island's going to be a little ugly for now. I wouldn't worry about it too much. So I know it's a little inefficient here, but I don't think it matters necessarily which side things grow on. All right, let's see. Is it going to produce anything? All right, very cool. So we'll keep on making GeOres, I guess, while this produces. We'll see how this goes. I'm curious on what it means by speeding up amethyst. I don't know if I know of any blocks that can speed up amethyst, but let me do some research and we'll get back. So if you look over here, we can see all the GeOres we can make. So I think what we should do is just make 1 or 2 of each of these GeOres and see how much that produces for us, and then we'll go from there. So the first one we're going to do is coal, which exact same process as the iron. You toss some coal into this, I believe. Yeah, block of coal. And then from that block of coal, we can just put it in here. We'll see how that goes.
I am back after 4 days of not playing. I apologize for not uploading for so long. But yeah. So let's continue where we left off. So before I logged off, I smelted the gold, the lapis, and the carbon. So let's make those GeOres and we'll keep on going. As you can see up here, we have a little nub of a GeOre, and we have a medium one here. So cool, we got another one. So then we'll just continue on making all our GeOres. I think if we type @GeOre budding, we can see all the different types of GeOres that we're going to try to make. Now, I don't know if we're going to make all of them, but we're definitely going to see how many we can make right now. Because I think the more we make right now, the easier it will be later. And they make a nice little noise. But yeah, I'm just going to continue on making these. So the next one on the priority list here is definitely going to be redstone and copper. So let's get to doing that. Might have to sieve a couple materials. I'm not really sure if we have any. We have a couple redstone, but not enough copper. So yeah, let's get to getting some resources going. You know, I think it's finally time to upgrade this a little bit as well. We're going to make this into a 3x3. Actually, you know, let's do a little weird shape. Let's do this. And the goal is to upgrade all these meshes. So I'm going to upgrade however many I can right now, which is going to be 4, which is fine. Let's just keep on sieving some materials, because now with iron, we can get some new materials, which is good. But what I'm going to do is make some simple item collection. So let me show you guys how to do that in a second. So we're going to craft up a barrel. And we are also going to take some of this and some of this. I think we need one more. And a pearl. Basic item collector. Plop that down, put that there. And we're going to have to upgrade this barrel eventually, but I think to do that, let's see. @sophisticated. Yes, we can upgrade the barrels using these upgrades. So do a basic to copper. Yeah, from there. Basic to iron, basic to gold, basic to diamond. Yeah. It's nice and easy. So let's sieve some materials real quick and I'll show you how this works. So with the upgrading barrels as well, it basically gives this more storage and we can put upgrades into said barrel. But isn't this much nicer now that we have a little bit of collection? So we're just going to try to get 9 redstone so we can smelt it down and make a GeOre. Here's our 9 redstone. Pop that in. Put a sand down there. We'll go from there. So I wonder how much this actually produces, because this does take a while to grow. So we'll definitely see. Oh, I realized I placed these inefficiently as well. So after they're done growing, I'll change it up. I don't think this gold has grown any. But I guess we have to wait for it to fully grow. Okay.
So to turn this barrel into a sophisticated barrel, we just need to give it a lever. Cool. Now it's a sophisticated barrel, and we can make it into an iron barrel. So then we'll place that here. So now this barrel has a lot more slots, and up here, there's 2 slots as well. So in these 2 slots up here, we do specific upgrades, meaning stack upgrades or compacting upgrades. It's very helpful. Well, let's see. This is pouring out silver. So it pours out the one on the bottom. So do more tin and more lead. Tin, lead. Cool. Start pouring that in. So we need to make sure to swap this to lead and finish that off. And this is going to be ugly for now, but whatever. I just want to see how these work. You know what I mean? So I'm just placing them in all random spots. Cool. Another one. And we'll slap that there. And I'm pretty sure our item collector is picking this up. So yeah, if you look at the item collector, we can see the range on it. It's a little too big. So we're going to shrink that down. And we can shrink it down one more in the Z axis, I believe. So yeah, it'll pick up in a 5x5 range. We don't really need it that big for now, but it does help. So we can see the range. Click that again. I'll just turn it off. Now we can't see the range unless we're hovering over it. And that's another GeOre. We'll just place them however. I'm sure we'll... I already know a way to basically automatically mine things, but we're not quite there yet. We definitely need some more resources. So for now, I'll just keep it like this and I'll manually harvest all the GeOres. Hey, buddy. I'm looking at making one of these backpacks just so I have it. And maybe I have materials. Do I have any leather? I don't think I do. How do you make leather in this pack? We could do an atomic reconstructor, which aren't the most expensive things ever, but I don't really want to be spending 8 iron on it right now. It's not that big of a priority. Let's keep on getting some materials. It is definitely a little slower with only 4 sieves, though. I will not lie. You got 6 diamonds, which is pretty nice. I would like to get that to 9, though, so we can make a GeOre. But should have enough copper. Now, is there such thing as diamond dust? But it's a 1-to-1. What if we squeeze a diamond? Can we squeeze a diamond? I don't think so. Okay. 15 copper ore. And I'll show you how this works. 2 armor stands. Let me... No, I just crushed the... Oh my god. I'm messing up. There we go. So now when we send that up, should go all the way down. So cool. So look, click, place, click, place, click, place, click, place. And this is giving us a ton of copper. Remember, we just started out with 15. So we can put a redstone clock on this, but I don't know if it's worth it. So we'll see how much copper we get by the end of this. Whoa. Whoa. This is way more copper than I think it should be. But why is there so much aluminum in here? But who am I to complain? So we'll do the osmium, right? We don't have osmium yet. Very nice. So we're still waiting for these to grow nice and big. Are you full size? It's full size. Yeah. Okay, let's break it. All right. So maybe I shouldn't use a stone hammer and I should just use a pickaxe. Yeah, it says to use a pickaxe. Ah, I'm such an idiot. Oh, I guess the raw ingots convert a little bit differently than I thought. This is gonna be a cool thumbnail with all these GeOres. So, I remember at the last episode I was talking about not knowing how to speed this up. Well, in my 4 days of rest with a fever, I now know how to speed them up. There are these growth accelerators, which we can't really get into yet. We could do a cranked one, which, we might want to do. We might look into this just for the iron, but these growth accelerators, which take Fluix, which is AE2, and then these are the two better ones, the boosted and the directional, which we can't really get into yet. If you couldn't tell, take some netherite, acceleration cards, just stuff that we don't have. We will have it later though. But I might look in to the cranked growth accelerator just to show you guys. I'll be back. Now you may be asking me, why are you making a chiseled stone brick? And that is a great question. We are going to be making a redstone clock. And now I ask myself, why do I have no redstone? Because I didn't sieve enough dust. So I will be back. Now, with said redstone clock, so now we're gonna have to listen to this. I'm pretty sure we could do, yes, very nice. So now we will just sit here, do this. Takes a little bit of timing, but this is easier than me clicking it. So this is squeezing ores. So what the redstone clock is doing is automatically powering the squeezer. I think you could change the timing on it, but I don't really think it matters that much. Yeah, just gotta do this. And we could do an item collection and all that, but I don't really think it's worth it for now. Very nice. So from whatever amount of iron that we had, now we have a lot more. And what I am going to do is with this, I'm going to dupe it as much as I can. So now we have 60 iron dust. And we are producing a lot of materials, which I am not complaining about. So now we have the diamond GeOre coming out. Very nice. So we'll take that off the list. We'll take this off the list. Boom. This is beautiful. Isn't it an iron pick? Okay, okay, okay. Now we take... What am I doing wrong? I'm going to try to make this cranked growth accelerator. I think we need 3 cranks. And after I make this, we will see what I can do with the GeOres, because I'm still a little confused. I will not lie. Maybe I need a better pickaxe? I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to make some nice noise. Place that there. Okay. And we're cranking. Wow, this is significantly faster. Oh, the clusters just weren't big enough. Whoa. So we'll keep on cranking. Once these are all a suitable size, then we will break them. Oh yeah. Okay. So now with these shards, click K, compress it, and then we will smelt it. So let's toss it into here. I'm assuming the range on this is only like what's touching it. If I had making an astute observation here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make some more cranks. And we're gonna attach up everything to a crank. So first I gotta take some inventory on how many GeOres we have. So let's do some quick math here. Each of these blocks have 6 sides, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which means at most we could put 5 GeOres on if we crank from the top. Can we wrench these? Yeah, okay. So I'm assuming it doesn't matter where the wrench goes. Let's see, is this device is online now? Okay. So if we put a GeOre here, 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 and here, do they all grow? I'm a little concerned about this top side. I'm not really sure with that. Okay, that still charges it. So we could put 5 GeOres on each of these crank growth accelerators. So let's get a little setup going for that. Pretty sure you can make a hopper like this in the mod packs. Yes, very nice. Skyblock automation, yeah. So what we're gonna do is this, and then that, and that'll automatically pull it out. We could put a redstone clock on here as well, right up here, and it'll auto drain everything in here, which might be useful. The only time it's not useful is if you put too much of a block in. But yeah. Let's get some more cranks going. How many do we have? We have 10 exactly right now, but I want the emerald. And are we missing any others that might be useful? I don't know. Let's get enough emerald and we'll go from there. Need 4 more. We might start being able to upgrade our tools soon. Get out of the broke phase. I'm always going to be in the broke phase. Not talking about Minecraft. Let's see. Is there any material that we are not like doing that we should be doing? I don't know how much it smelts into in said foundry. So one of these is 3 ingots, so we only need 3 of each of those. Oh god, it made Invar. That's not what I wanted. Oh shoot, oh shoot. No, 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 it's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. Now you're gonna ask, where do I put this? And I'm gonna tell you, I have no clue. Does it matter which side the crank's on? No. I'm an idiot. That's all this comes down to. This might be too many, but I'd rather have more than needed than not enough. Does this all work? So you just crank it. And you, mine, 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 mine. Yeah. I know they're touching. I know it's not efficient. It's early game. Stop yelling at me. Early game setup. Don't yell at me. Whatever. Low-key, it doesn't even need to be on the back here. I'll take it off the back. It's kind of annoying. Someone is absolutely shaking looking at this setup right now. It is kind of annoying that the copper is taking priority here. I'm going to swap the copper to down here. So the top one gets priority, from what it seems like. So we're going to swap the copper to down here. Put diamond here, gold here. What a peculiar setup. Huh. This, yeah, I'm kind of like cringing at myself looking at what I made, but that's fine. But yeah, we got everything. Got the people are gonna look at this and just cringe. Like I'm cringing at what I made. Early game ores. So it's like, huh, we needed some red zone. Crank. And we get some byproducts as well. It's great, man. So you just sit here and crank it. Well, that like fit perfectly. I kind of like this actually. It's better than sieving. I mean, we're still gonna have to sieve to get like the first start of the materials, but then we can start automating this once we get some power. But for now, we must crank. I mean, what ore did we just get rid of? We need to smelt one at a time. You know, we'll figure that out later. We have 6 piles of molten redstone. I gotta figure this out. We're just making. Ah, we got 2 blocks of diamonds. Live a little. All right. I am going to end here. I have big plans for the next episode. Some plans that I'm probably a little bit more familiar with. And we will go from there. We got to figure out a solution for the smelting. If you have any solutions, drop them in the comments because I currently have no solutions. But we will see by the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.